This is our spare bedroom. It's roughly 10 foot by 11 foot. There's a twin bed in here currently with a trundle underneath for guests. Currently, what I do in this room here is do all the layout work and design work for the model railroad and future model railroads. Kit building, car assembly, things of this nature. Basically, it's just a small mechanical drafting table. It's more like a craft table. It's not a professional table by any means. You can find these at your local hobby store or craft store per se. Nice computer chair on wheels, which rolls real nice across the wood floor. Plenty of storage. I have the white cart over there with the 5 drawers, which can hold various items. Real nice, simple lighting. That's fully adjustable. One has the magnifier on it. I have shelving here for storage and books and items. One thing that I have not seen a lot of in model railroad or on YouTube is storage and ideas as far as referencing material for designing model railroads. This area here used, it can be condensed even smaller to a dining room table or anything like that. I basically have a study board here, and I found this invaluable. What I had before the study board was roughly 150 model railroad magazines, and of course all your famous artists and articles and whatnot. And it just became too much to dig through, and I'm like, man, this ain't gonna work. So I came up with this idea, and what I created was these folders. I have about 20 folders altogether. These are just your famous modelers: Doug Tagsold, Rod Stewart, John Allen, Robert Samuelus, John Olson, Malcolm Furlow, Eric Bruman. And basically what I do is I pull ideas that I see out of there, things that I would like to reference, just notes and pictures, and I put it up here. It can be a conglomerate. As you can see with all the tape, there's been hundreds and hundreds of items on here. One of my big things I'm into now, kind of with the railroad in the basement, is things that are on carts that can be moved. Here's a famous one at Robert Samuelus. He had the Port of Los Angeles series. Again, could handle 6-axle diesels, 89-foot cars, auto racks, double stack containers, etc. And again, it could be connected with other layouts. Currently, I'm working on something similar to this, but would have shelves where you could pull out each section, which each cart, there would be 2 carts, and they would hold roughly 3 to 6 sections that could create a model railroad. Then when the model railroad was not going to be in use, could be disassembled, put on the carts, and wheeled in the corner. This is another classic design here. This is the Western Pacific Z-Scale. And as you can see here, it was at Walthers on display in the early 80s. And again, it can come apart, be pushed into a corner. Has the full fascias, which I really like. I like having the backdrops and the full fascias. This is a Malcolm Furlow reference. Another one here, which I'm into, is heavy industry in a small space. And again, I just use these as reference. Another article out of Model Railroader, as you can see, the track plan's the same. But if you look here, you have a steel mill, an automotive plant, and another iron works. And again, the structures could be stored below, and the track plan's the same. It just gives you a variance to operating sessions for using maybe different eras, different style cars. Your classic books, as anybody knows, these are a little bit expensive. I try to find these at shows, discounted obviously. I do all my track layout work mechanically. I found this Kadee. It's a Kadee track template with all the original paperwork here, dated from the late 60s, early 70s. That's invaluable. I use that a lot. I have predetermined radiuses here, basically already laid out. Everything's ready to go at a fly. If I see something I want to design, I can just throw it up here and lay it out. Some of your old classic Atlas books are invaluable. I mean, this one here in the back has all the ladder work on it. from all the storage yards. Gives all your spacing for doing ladder tracks. It has some different layout points for easements for small layouts. I'm really big into the small layouts, but with having big enough radius to handle larger cars. But what I'm finding out now is to build these portable layouts that can be assembled, and then you could add larger radiuses to connect all the pieces together, and then everything goes back onto a cart. Again, in here, I use a lot of references. I have a lot of books that I can easily go to. So if I'm not pinning things up on the board, I can go to reference books, your famous Walther catalogs with building sizes. Who want to scratch build anything, again, you can do it on the fly. I like to have a lot of references around me, influences and references. People that really strike me with their certain things. Eric Bruman's one. Really big in the modern, not too big in the steam. But again, these whole principles can be used on anybody's model railroad or any artist, or if you're a home designer or any of this. Anything that even if you're designing clothing or whatever you're designing, auto vehicles or whatever, Chip Foose or anything like that, you could do anything like this. And again, at shows, I would pick up obviously several of the same issue of Model Railroader and just cut out the pictures and articles I liked and file them. Over here, I have a little cabinet full of all the other things that interest me that I can pull on the fly as well. And I have a laptop I can use for other referencing. And this is pretty much it. This is what I have here. Again, this is in a spare bedroom, but you could do this at a dining room table. So this will give some people some ideas of what you can do. And this will complete today's video. And as I always say in this house, may tracks ahead be in your future. Until we meet again.